Hello everybody. So if you watched my last video, which is my first video, I will have kind of explained that this video will be all about the books that I picked up from this year's Fan Expo in Toronto. Books were not the thing that I thought I would purchase at the expo. I was thinking art and stickers and things like that. I kind of didn't realize that there would be a bunch of booksellers as well, and wouldn't you know it, the first day we go, because we went for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the first day is the day we bought like books. So a heavy haul, I will say, but so worth it. And some of the books are books that I saw there and didn't get at the time. My partner actually bought them after the fact, because they're awesome, and we want to start reading together a lot more. But yeah, so I'm also wearing the vest that I made for my cyberpunk character. I will put up some photos of me in the full outfit and just some more detailed pictures of the vest because I'm very proud of it. I painted some stuff on the back and the front, and then attached a bunch of patches and pins. So I'm in love with this. I'm keeping it just the way it is, so I can wear it regularly. But that is why I'm wearing it now. Okay, so I'm gonna take these ones off for now because they're the kind of extra ones. Oh, this one's also not technically a Fan Expo book, but one they bought for me as well. And I guess I will go kind of smallest to biggest, since that involves the least amount of tossing things around. I hope I have enough room to move stuff around the table and not knock my camera down. I mentioned in the last video that I have a very basic setup. I'm filming literally on my iPhone, stacked on top of some boxes. I have not unpacked and organized everything for moving at the beginning of July. I'm also trying to not look at myself in the camera and looking where you people probably are. So it's a work in progress. I'm doing my best. I just want to talk about books, because these are freaking awesome. And I used to be a bookworm so hard when I was a kid, and I fell out of it kind of after college and through my 20s, and I am 34, turning 35 this year. Aging is fine. But also, we have a limited time here on Earth, and I need to read everything. Okay, so we're gonna start from the top. So this one is The Haunted Bookstore, Gateway to a Parallel Universe. It is a manga by Shinobu Maru. I got The Haunted Bookstore as a title where that's gonna grip me right away. The main character lives in a bookstore where the boundaries of the mortal realm and the spirit realm are blurred. Her adoptive father is a spirit, and then all that gets disrupted when a exorcist stumbles into this ghostly utopia. So I did try to start it the one day, but I was just so tired and I didn't get to. Oh, also another thing I bought that I didn't think I would be buying a lot of is bookmarks. So this one is actually a double-sided bookmark, and that's the one I wanted to put in. Why is everyone better in books? Real people suck. So that's the one I decided to throw in there while I was looking at it. But books were a great deal. This is from BNV Books. Am I doing that right? Books, magazines, and videos. It's a store in Toronto. It's 3 levels, I think I heard. And great prices on everything. But yeah, the first one is Haunted Bookstore. I'll try not to spend ages explaining all of these, but I mean, that's what we're here for, right? The second one I'm really excited about is called Queer Heroes of Myth and Legend. This is by Dan Jones. A celebration of gay gods, sapphic saints, and queerness through the ages. This is a book after my own heart. I hate stickers on books, though. But it just talks about, like, different figures throughout history. You know, there's Greek gods, Amazonians, Loki. I saw Lestat and Louis from the Vampire Diaries are in here. I love myths and legends and ancient gods and stories about them, and of course I love queer stories because I am queer. So I was really excited about this book. I think it could help inspire endless ideas for stories to write, and that's definitely something I'm interested in doing, is kind of pouring through this and pulling stuff out to kind of inspire me to write things. Also, how many of y'all book sniffers? I love smelling book cracks. Again, I'm looking at myself. I sorry. I'll stop talking about it. I'll just try to get better. But we love a good book sniff. So that I'm definitely excited to read. In a similar vein, I got this book, Banned Books. The world's most controversial books, past and present. So this is really interesting because, like, the first one dates back from, like, we're looking at books from the pre-1900s. So the first line is, books have been banned for as long as people have been writing things down. Like, I think that's rad, man. Well, it's not rad, but, like, you know, we've been fighting against the banned books, I think, for a long time. Like, the first one is from the 1930s. I just think that's so cool. And this also has an ulterior motive. I would love to be able to read all of these as much as possible. There are a few, there's definitely one in there where I'm like, I don't want to be seen walking around with that book, which has a horrible symbol on it, which maybe you might guess what it is. I have no interest in reading that one. But I just think it would be cool to, like, work my way through these books. There's definitely books in here. Some I've read, some I know I want to read already. So I just think it'd be really cool to use this as, like, a TBR and find even more books to add to my list of books to read. So that's that one. Sorry, I got cut off. It stopped filming for some reason. So the next book I want to talk about is one that I am so excited for. I've wanted to read this ever since I heard about it. It is, like, 100% up my alley. And that is Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I'm also really excited to read Circe one day. But yeah, this is a book that I have been wanting to read for ages. The cover is amazing. The story behind it, I like it. Again, it's just straight up my alley. This one also smells so good. This is, like, one of my favorite book smells. Anyway, so another one is Song of Achilles. I am so excited to read that one. The next one is a book that I had heard of before, I'm pretty sure, and I think even was like, ooh, that sounds super cool. But that is The Midnight Library. That's by Matt Haig. It's kind of like between life and death, there's a library. I think the idea is that, like, you get a chance to kind of live different lives. But, like, what's your real life, right? Any book about a library or about books or authors, like, give them to me. It is just so fun. I love those ideas. This is one that I'm definitely very, very excited about. The next one is actually a book for a friend. She really likes like horror and stuff like that. Has been getting into graphic novels. And this is an artist that she said that she's interested in reading more of their work. And that is Shiver by Junji Ito. I should have put like a jump scare warning. I don't like that cover at all. But yeah, that is for a friend of mine, which I hope she really likes it, but that's for her. The next one is one that my partner picked out. It's a graphic novel. I'm also very excited to read it. It looks, again, like up my alley in so many different ways. And it is a Constantine graphic novel. This is Constantine Distorted Illusions by Cami Garcia and Isaac Goodhart. I mean, look at that cover. Like, rocker people, magic, just like, oh, and it's just, I don't know, it looks so fun, but they picked that one out. Also, like, that's giving a young Spike from Buffy, if I do say so myself, and I thought Spike was super hot, but yeah, that is one I'm definitely very excited to get into at some point, but that's one that my partner picked out for themselves. And then, or I guess we kind of both picked it. This one is specifically one they picked out for themselves. It is a Poison Ivy graphic novel, The Virtuous Cycle. That's G. Willow Wilson, Marcio Takara, R.F. Prianto. I don't know anything about graphic novelists, really, but the art seems amazing. Apparently, it's got, like, a established relationship between Harley and Poison Ivy, which is, like, yes. But this is definitely one that I would like to read as well. It just looks super fun and interesting. I don't know if I mentioned it, my camera stopped playing video, and I don't know if it's because I have, like, so much crap on my phone that I just decided, F it, I'm gonna upgrade my cloud storage, and hopefully that means that the video does not cut out again. Actually, I'm gonna double check that everything got filmed the last time. Hold on. Okay, yes, we're all good. I'm gonna try to make sure that pile of books both does not topple over and also is not completely in the frame. But yes, so, sorry, let me just shift you around a bit. The next one is one that I got on a different day. I think so far everything I showed you is what we got on the first day. But this one was actually from someone who had a booth in Artist Alley. They are actually, like, one of the animators who worked on the Anastasia movie, and one of my favorite, well, that's one of my favorite movies too, I love that movie, but he also worked on, one of my favorite movies, which is Titan AE, and does, like, animation for cartoons and stuff, so I think Total Drama Island was one of them, and a few others, but that person is, Mike Hogue. And first of all, lovely guy, very sweet. We probably spent 5 or 10 minutes just kind of chatting about stuff. You know, he talked about how he got kind of picked to be one of the animators, which was a cool story. Like, they did a test with people who were in his program in school, and, like, I guess people who they saw had good talent. You know, Don Bluth came and, like, picked them, which is, like, super cool. And he's just a very sweet guy. And so, like, initially I just got, like, a little mystery bag that he was selling, but he was also selling this. So it's Jinx the Black Cat, and, like, as you saw, I have a black cat, Salem, and it's just, like, a story about a little witch girl and her lost cat. I'm pretty sure that's what it was about, and it's, like, kind of Christmassy, but we don't actually mention like Santa or Christmas because it's told through like the cat's perspective. And it's like a nice chunky, it's like an illustrated, I'll try to find like a picture, a portion of it. It's like an illustrated novel. And there's some prints in there too. But he was talking about how he would like love for this to be a little animation sequence. And I just think that would be so rad. I would watch that. But this is also just something that's like definitely my vibe. So yeah, this will be fun to read as well at some point. Maybe I'll save it for Christmas since it's kind of that theme. And then, oh boy, the next one. These were the ones that like, I didn't carry all 4 of them at once because thank God my partner like helped share the load, literally. Share the load, Sam. So that was a bad Lord of the Rings reference. These beauties are special edition Umbrella Academy books. So me and my partner just finished watching the last season. We did a binge watch of the first 3. I had watched them previously, but like not for a while, especially like when we started rewatching the first season, I realized like, oh my God, I definitely like forgot half of this stuff. So it was really nice to go back and rewatch it. If you haven't seen the 4th season, like I wish it was more episodes. I think there's a few people who like agree with that because it's only 6 episodes, where I think the other ones were 8, 10. But like, I don't know, it's done now. So this was perfect. These were also a really good deal. They're usually $54 each, and we got them for $30 each. And they have like a bunch of extra stuff in them. Let's see if I read the back, does it tell me? It has, I think, some extra stories. Yeah, it's got short stories and then a 50-page sketchbook section, which is like, damn, that's cool. So we got the first one, which is Apocalypse Suite, the second one, which is Dallas, the third one, which is Hotel Oblivion, and then the last one is called You Look Like Death, and it's, first of all, that color is wonderful. But this is like a special Klaus story. It's Klaus specific. There he is on the back. To be honest, I haven't even seen what like the characters look like in the graphic novel. So like I'm really excited to see their original versions. But this is like a story about Klaus from when he was 18. He gets kicked out of the Umbrella Academy, and goes to Hollywood and has like a whole story there. So they're still like wrapped up and everything. I haven't got my meaty, sweaty little fingers inside them yet, but I'm so excited to like, damn, those will be a trip to read. Okay, we're almost done. So next I want to talk about the books that we saw there and then didn't buy at the time. You can kind of see what the top one is already. But yeah, so we had talked about them. We saw them. A couple of them I really wanted. And we just didn't get them at the time. So then my partner, sneaky little butt that they are, went and got them from a bookstore instead. So the first one, as you saw, is the one and only Akator, A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I have to admit that I hopped on the hate train for this book initially because, like, I flip-flop, honestly. I flip-flop back and forth really hard about whether or not to read this because, like, in theory, it's 100% a book that I would like. Like, it's about fairies, it's got sexy stuff in it. I think it's based on, like, it's got, like, Beauty and the Beast and also Greek mythology or Irish mythology, some kind of mythology aspect to it. So, like, 100%, that's something I'd be interested in. But I think I definitely started listening to the hate about it, of, like, it's basic and boring and da-da-da. But I've been thinking about it, and, like, I generally hate, listening to people when it comes to critiquing things, especially art, because I think art is so subjective. Like, your taste is literally based on every single thing you've ever consumed before that, and it's incredibly personal. So, 50 people or hundreds of people or thousands of people saying, oh, this sucked, like, okay, they thought it sucked. What about all the people who think it's good? What about all the people who think it's like whatever? Like, I need to make my own opinion on it, right? So I saw it there. It was in, like, the Indigo booth at Fan Expo, and, I was this close to getting it, but, like, I had already spent so much money. I spent so much money. So I didn't get it. But then my partner surprised me with it. So I am actually really excited to read this. I think it might actually be one of my next reads. So this is gonna be read soon. Oh, I totally forgot there's another book that is part of the I bought it there, but I've started reading it. So pause, let me grab that. Sorry, I swear I sat down and made sure I was prepared, and then I wasn't. So, another book that I got at the expo, we'll just go backwards for a second, and I am so excited to read this. I've started it, and it's already just absolutely gut-wrenching. So this book I have wanted for ever since I knew it came out. I love Elliot Page. I've definitely been a fan of his ever since I saw, oh no, what's that movie called? The one with the sexual predator. Oh my god, I'm so blanking on it. I'll put it up, because I don't remember right now. I watched it recently. That movie. I love them ever since I saw him in that. And it's so sad already. It's so upsetting already. Like, why do people suck so hard? And this, I also fell in the trap of reading some Goodreads reviews. People are saying it's like, the way it's written is very like scattered and non-linear. And like, listen, when people are telling you a story, it's not always gonna go from A to Z. Like, sometimes you gotta loop around. Like, if you're talking, the way I'm reading this is like as if a friend is talking to you, because when you're just like kind of talking about your life with people, you're not gonna go like ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. You're gonna circle back. You're gonna be like, oh, this relates to this, and this reminded me of this. Like, calm down. Again, honestly, reviews are awful. I still leave them sometimes, but usually if it's good, unless it's like truly horrible, which I have left like a 1 star on something before, on something I didn't finish. But I digress. This is another one that I am so happy to pick up. It was also at a great price. Like, $27 is pretty good, considering I think the regular price on this was $36.99. So, like a good $10 at least. So this is what I'm reading right now. And I think this would be a good, contrast between the two of them. So I'm excited for those. So anyway, so that one is one. I talked about that. The next one is one that I really, really wanted, but I kind of convinced myself that, maybe I'll just wait for the paperback, because I do kind of have a thing with hardcovers. I do love them. They're beautiful. But, like, when I read them, I want to take off the dust jacket, and then you're left with, like, a horribly boring inside. And, like, one of the beautiful things about books is their nice, like, design and graphics and art, and, like, you can, like, kind of show off what you're reading in public, and people will be like, ooh, what's that? And you can be like, well, let me tell you. So anyways, I kind of convinced myself, nah, we're not gonna get it. But then, sneaky partner again, went and got it themselves. They actually bought this for themselves to read specifically. Again, they're trying to read more. So they've been trying to get some stuff to really inspire them. Obviously, I'm going to read this too. And that is The Book of Elsewhere. So that is Keanu Reeves and someone named China Miéville, which maybe I've heard of them before, but I don't know. Apparently it takes place in the same... it's inspired by the world of the Berserker comics, which I want. I have not read those. But this is, like... Oh, I love this art. Whatever that is. It looks like a skull with a ring through it. Whenever I get to this, I am also very, very excited to read that because I fucking love Keanu Reeves. Keanu is the GOAT. So this is definitely one that I will happily get into when I do. The other one that I went back for this one, actually. On the last day, I went back and I'm like, you know what? I don't mind spending the money on it. I will grab it, but they were sold out, so I couldn't get it. And this one, I might wait until it's a little bit more into, like, October, because it feels like a very, like, cozy fall book. And that is Can't Spell Treason Without T. By Rebecca Thorne. The sticker is covering it. But this one was in, like, the sprayed edges section, which had its own section at the booth. And it's just, oh, that's beautiful. I love it when they do fun stuff with pages. And this one is about, like, it's a queer, it's a lesbian couple, I think, and they want to open a bookshop that serves tea while firelight drifts between the rafters. So, like, literally my dream. But, like, one of them works for the queen, and there's, like, other stuff, so there's still, like, stuff happening to create conflict, but it's supposed to be, like, a really lovely, cozy read. And I'm so excited for that. And then now I promise we're almost done. The last one is just kind of like a bonus. It's one that they saw while they were buying the other books. This is not one that I saw at the EXPO. But my partner came home and was like, I have no idea what this is about, but I know you like this author, so I got it for you. And that is Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell. If you've never read Rainbow Rowell before, why not? I've read 4 of her books now. 3 of them I did audiobooks, and that was the Simon Snow trilogy. Simon Snow, if you've not heard of it, again, please seek it out. If you were a Harry Potter kid, and if you're still a Harry Potter person, or if you're one of those people like me where it's difficult to enjoy because of Joanne being a freaking butthole, it's like, it's a chosen one story, and it really, like, turns that trope on its head. It is also queer, and it, like, it just, the way it's written is a lot more kind of introspective. I feel like you know the characters better than you kind of do with the Harry Potter books, where I feel like you just see a lot of stuff happening to them and not really know truly how they feel about things. It's just, I don't know, it's different. But Slow Dance is one of their more like adult-focused novels. It's not an adult book, but it is about adults. You know, it's about life. And love, and, you know, people's connection changing throughout their life, and coming together and going apart and coming back again. It's their most recent book, and I'm, you know, very much interested in working my way through their catalog, but they also bought me that one, which I'm excited to read. And that's my haul. I'm, like, sweaty. I'm tired. I'm gonna need more water after that one. It's a lot of books. Again, I did not anticipate getting that many books, but I did. And I'm really freaking excited about them. One of my next videos, I think, is actually going to be a book hurl video, because I would like to go through my books one more time. I have been kind of parsing through them in the last couple years as I've moved a few times and things like that. I think it is time to let go of a few more. Also, why are they not called book hurl videos? I hear them being called unhauls, which is not sexy, does not roll off the tongue. I don't enjoy that. I'm gonna be calling mine book hurls. And we've got some like little library box things in our neighborhood, and thrift stores, so they will be, they will be shuttled somewhere where they will hopefully get a new lease on life. And I would be remiss to not mention in this video one of the people who have inspired me to start making these videos, and that is another booktuber. His channel is called Books Are Sick. His name is Nick. This is Nick of Books Are Sick. That's what he likes to say at the beginning of his videos. And he's actually really inspired both me and my partner to read. My partner was just saying how, like, they want to show off, like, the stack, Like, there's just something really, really inspiring and satisfying about having this, like, stack of books to, like, be like, oh, I can get in there. And I can read these, and I'm just like, I'm so excited to get back into reading and, like, just letting myself enjoy things and, like, letting a bit of that, like, adult responsibility, we still gotta pay our bills and all that stuff, but, like, enjoy it, man. Enjoy your life. It's what we got. And if we can read some books while we're at it, then why not? So that's it. We will see you in the next video, whenever that is, hopefully soon. Love you, bye.